All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. Right, peace and blessings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son. Shout out to the sister Miriam Bethany that anointed our King with the precious ointment. And also shout out to our ancestors that chose death before dishonor. So today it's the Sabbath. Hope everybody getting some rest, and I hope everybody getting their mind right. It's a day. It's a day to just get your rest, man. I know throughout the week, brothers and sisters work. Now this is the day that the Most High God gave us as a covenant to just sit down and relax, man. Stop trying to go and work and go get your body, tired and exhausted. You got 6 days out the week to do that, but the seventh day, right? The seventh day, the Most High said, "I'm gonna give this to my people," right? As a covenant for rest. So take this time, man, to just rest and get your mind right. So the lesson for today's Sabbath is say this prayer every day, right? So I got 2 videos I'm gonna pull. Um, 2 videos. I'm gonna split them up because one of them kind of long, but I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna jump from one clip. I'm gonna go down to 19-minute mark. I'm gonna play what he said on that mark, and it should be a short lesson. I'm gonna play the blowing of the shofar first. We're gonna get into this thing. Shalom to the brother Baruch scribing. Matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. Before I play the blowing of the shofar, I want to let everybody know that's in the North Georgia area, or for people that just don't mind traveling and making Georgia, we are having a homeless drive. We are having a homeless drive February the 26th. It says for Tobit 12 and 9, those that exercise alms and righteousness shall be filled with life. So it's good to give alms, man. Also, it's in the law as well to give alms. And the scripture says charity covers a multitude of sins, So we will be collecting clothes, food, water, and hygiene products. Anybody, that want to come and give alms, these are the things that you can bring. If you didn't know what you can bring these things. Or if you want to help out and you're not able to make it, we have a cash app, the Hopeful Elect 12. You can you can cash app us and tell us what you want us to buy. If it long as it ain't no folly, we'll get that with your money, man. You can kind of give a hand without being there. Put your brick in without being there. And if anybody got any questions about the homeless drive, we got an email at hopefulelect12@gmail.com. And it does fall on Thursday, and it will be at 4 p.m. on Cherry Street, Macon, Georgia 31201. Again, February 26th, man. So Lord willing, y'all pull up, man. Pull up, come get some alms, man, with us. But I didn't even see something. Let me get the blowing on the shofar. Con. So all praise for the blowing of the shofar, man, to start the lesson off. But let me go ahead and get the scripture. I'm talking about. So the scripture I'm referring to, that I think it's a good prayer. It's something good to say every single day. And I'm gonna show you why I say it's something good to say. I've been meditating on this. I've been meditating on this scripture for a while now, man. Isaiah 54 and 7. Oh, my bad. Brother, can you read Isaiah 54 and 17, please?
You're on mute. The book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness if is of me, saith the Lord.
Con. So, this something that that stood out to me, and I ain't gonna lie, The brother Azrael was like, you just start, he just saying that because your favorite one of your favorite artists, Dave, he came out with a song called No Weapons. But that is what made me just kind of just meditate upon the scripture though. That made me go back and read the scripture and really just meditate upon that by that song. I ain't gonna count by that song. But it made me start to want to say it more because I started thinking about the importance of saying this prayer and just thinking about how this battle that we in is not physical, it's spiritual. And you have people that sit in these higher ups, um these things, and they doing witchcraft, and people are warlocks, and they casting spells. So it really made me just really just you know think like it's good to say this prayer because you have weapons getting thrown at you, maybe not on the physical level, but you are getting attacked, we are getting attacked spiritually in all angles. So it's good to say this prayer to protect you from the spiritual attack that can be thrown your way. And also he said, this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. So this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, right? The people that servants of the Lord, that's doing his will, that's keeping his covenant, that's keeping his commandments, man. This is something that we have, and we also have power, right? The Yahweh Shai said that we had these type of powers, man. You know what I'm saying? To not be matter of fact, do brothers know that scripture? I forgot to put it down. He gave us power to tread upon scorpions, I want to say.
I think it might be the serpent.
It's in Luke in 19. Let me see. Yeah, can the brother read this
Come.
in Luke?
This is Luke 10 and 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall be by any means hurt you.
Right. So we have power, man. We have power within us to, if we truly believe, we can truly do what people would call miracles. We got the power to speak protection over your life if you use your tongue correctly. So it's good to say not even just this prayer, but also you could pray the prayers of Daniel, right? The prayers that David wrote in the book of Psalms. There's a lot of good prayers in there to have protection over your life, over your brother's lives, your wife's life, your kids' life. So it's good to say prayers over yourself and over your family to keep you protected, right? So
Come,
let me
man.
show it. Oh, go ahead, Ken. I can't see y'all, so if y'all got something to say, y'all go ahead.
Come, man. I wanted to say right here in Luke 10 and 19, this is a good precept to affirm the brother Paul, right? Now, this is who the world calls Jesus Christ speaking right here. And a lot of people ask, man, did Paul really get sent by Christ? Did he really see Christ? Did Christ really send him on his mission? Right? Christ was a prophet. And right here, he said that we can tread on serpents and scorpions, and that these scorpions and serpents would not harm us. Right now, of course, it can be double to that, which is it could be he can be likening people to serpents and scorpions. But we see Paul actually get bit by a snake and it didn't harm him, right? Almost fulfilling this prophecy that the Messiah had said back in Luke 10 and 19, just affirming the actions of Paul corresponding with the prophecies of Christ. Just a side note.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. That's a great point. And I was just reading about I was I was thinking about, man. I was reading the scriptures, man. Just reading about the things that Elisha was doing. Things that Elisha was doing. How he at one point he had raised some people from the dead, right? He had raised people from the dead, and a lot of Christians, they think that Christ was the first person to do that, so they be amazed when they see like, whoa, he raised so and so from the dead. But when you go back, and read about certain prophets, our men, they had so much faith and power that they was doing this before Christ was doing it. So it's nothing new, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to be like, wow, because you had men before that was doing this because they had great faith, and Christ came and he set the tone as well with his faith, and he was able to do these things too. But it's like that just shows you the power that's within us, man, when we with our God, man, and we truly fulfilling our purpose on keeping these laws and commandments. You can do these things. And that's proof. That's proof too that because people can be like, well, we can't do those things. Christ is the only person that can do those things. We can't walk on water and heal the sick and things like that. But he wasn't the only person that did that though. He wasn't the only person that did those things. So that should be more motivation that, if they did it, we able to do it too. It's within us. We just gotta drag it out of us. So let me play this. I got 2 videos I'm gonna play to go along with the lesson. And the brother Azrael, he was the one that actually told me about this video right here, about this brother John Ramirez. He was a high level demon. He was a high level ex-Satanist worshiper. And it's a great testimony. He'd go into how he became a witch or a warlock, whatever. I think the men are warlocks. But yeah, he was getting into it with Satan. He called Satan his daddy. He made a covenant with Satan and things like that. So I'm gonna just play some of this, and I'm gonna jump the 19-minute mark, and I'm gonna talk about that's why it's important to say that prayer in Isaiah 54:17, because you have people like him that would throwing curses and going around, and their whole mission is to kill you and throw curses on you. That's their whole duty. So we're gonna touch on this. Fair use. This is for educational purposes only. Fair use.
Christ. And the lady that lived downstairs, she came up and she told me, my husband is cheating. I want you to kill the woman that she's cheating with. Put a witchcraft spell on her and kill her. How much you charge me? I said, well, come back. I'm going to speak to the devil, my daddy, and I'll let you know. Come back in a couple of days. So the lady came back. The devil told me what to buy. He said, buy a coffin box, buy 21 black candles, buy an image of the lady, put her in the box, to do the witchcraft, to kill this lady. So we were going to do her for 21 days. She was going to die. After 21 days, we were going to do her funeral. So when the lady came to me, I said, I'm going to charge you $10,000. I told her to kill the lady. She said, sure. She said, I tell you what, I know you. You've been good to me. I go to your house parties. Give me $7,000. I'll give you 30% off. I said, I'll kill her. I give me 30%. I take 30% off the 10. Give me 7,000. So when the lady was going to leave.
So Salaki, the reason why I brought this up was just to show that you have people that's doing the same thing that he was doing that have a certain type of power on the left-hand side. We can't be thinking that these people are just witches and warlocks or fairy tale. That's movies, that's cartoon. Ain't no way these people got power and things like these people have a certain type of power, right? A certain type of power that's given to them to do certain things to certain people. And this is why it's good to say that prayer. And also jumping down to this is what I want to show 19 at the 19-minute mark.
Salakia too, man. There was also a man that was caught with, I think they said 100+ skeletons in his house. Trying to figure out what he was doing with these skeletons, who the remains belonged to, and trying to piece together, because they said that's all that they could count, but there's still some more. Just letting you know, man, there's some crazy people in the world, man, and they doing crazy things. You don't just do crazy things because it's fairy tale, man. You do crazy things when you see results, man. So to have 100+ skeletons in his house is crazy. I think it happened in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on one second. You can go ahead and play your video.
So I'm gonna jump to verse 19. I'm gonna jump to 19-minute mark, man. Let him speak for a little bit.
I mean, I had so much money, beautiful cars, beautiful woman. I had it all. I lived in the world. The people, my neighborhood, they were terrified who I was. They said, if you mess with that guy, your family will die. If you mess with that guy, he don't need a gun. He'll kill your family in his sleep. My daddy was awesome. My daddy he knew he gave me powers beyond I could imagine. He gave me powers that people had fear me. The police had fear me. The securities in my neighborhood had fear me. And people that knew that I was the devil's, they would call me the devil's son. I brought Christians to the knees, not to prayer, because they had no power. It wasn't because your God wasn't all powerful. Don't get me wrong. Because your God was all powerful. The vessel was weak. The vessel had no prayer life. The prayer had no fasting life, and they had no relationship with God. There was a form of godliness in the person, but no power. The person was weak. The person had nothing going. He had a Bible. He had the right suit on. She had the right dress on, but there was no connection with Jesus Christ because he was out of his will. He was out of his promises, and he was out of his divine purpose. And I had you. I own you. I had you as a slave. I broke you. I put witchcraft on you. I kept doing that to Christian after Christian after Christian after families, after churches. I chased everything down that represented the cross of Jesus Christ.
See, and that was his goal. You have people goal is basically to do these things, man. Oh, you believe in the Bible? Okay. All right, let's see if you truly believe. Let me go cast a spell on him. And it was one part in the video. I forgot. I couldn't find it. It's somewhere. I know he said it. How he would go into hospitals, and do witchcraft. He would walk into hospitals and do witchcraft and make women have miscarriages. And he'd go in there. He'd do witchcraft. The woman baby died, and he'd kill people in there with it. With it, like that's what certain people do, man. So it's good to say that no weapon formed against me shall prosper because you just never know who around you. And these people appear a lot of times as regular people. Like you wouldn't even think that this person is a witch or a warlock. They look just like a regular person around you. So it's good to say these prayers to protect your spirit from around people that you may not even know that are witches and warlocks.
Hey, can I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why share the screen, man? Understand that's why the Most High said these people honor me with their lips, but are far from me. That's why he says don't worship him in vain. And when he says don't take his name in vain, it's not saying GD this and all that, right? It's talking about taking on his name and not doing the works that follow that follow with it. Because just like he said, the people that it affects is the people that proclaim God, right? But they're operating outside of his will. You see what I'm saying? And when you operate outside of his will, it leaves a window open for the enemy to attack you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we say, man, there's no enchantment against Jacob. Of course, there's no enchantment against Jacob. But if you leaving yourself susceptible to enchantments, you have a possibility that's open there. You see what I'm saying? You leave a window that's open when you, and it comes to little things too, right? You're not controlling your spirit enough to where you have envy inside you, covetousness inside you. You have a lying spirit. Even the littlest commandments can leave you open and susceptible to being attacked by evil spirits like this. Because why? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spirits in high places. And these spirits in high places, man, they're just like the ones that try to attack Job, right? Man, if you take all this away from him, I bet he curse your name. And he's just waiting for Job to fold so he can have the opportunity to kill him, right? And so you cannot fold in this walk, no matter how hard it get. You got to endure it to the end, because if not, your time can be cut short.
Yeah.
Man, it's a 30-second video of the update, but it happened 10 hours ago. They caught this man 10 hours ago in Pennsylvania, man. January 10th, 2026. Jonathan Gerlach.
You sharing your screen up?
Can
y'all see his screen?
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, probably I just can't probably then. Hello. Oh, okay, I can see it now.
Jonathan Gerlach was arrested January 6th at the cemetery with a bag containing human remains of children and skulls, along with additional bones in his vehicle, right? The title of the video is "Cop Finds More Than 100 Skeletal Remains in Man's House."
Gruesome discovery inside a Pennsylvania man's home. Police find the remains of more than 100 skeletons. 34-year-old Jonathan Garlick
Fair use.
is facing more than 500 charges of being held and being held in $1 million bail. Investigators say since Halloween, he has broken into dozens.
Since what? Y'all want to celebrate these wicked holidays? Man.
Halloween.
While y'all getting candy, it's somebody out here collecting bones, man. An actual real life bone snatcher.
Of freestanding burial chambers and gravesites, and some of these remains were 200 years old. Others newer, including remains with a pacemaker attached. Police say it's
He got somebody's skull on his motorcycle, man.
That's madness.
unclear what he's doing with these remains.
And they still don't know why he had them, man. They still do not know why he had them. That's the crazy part, man. But kind of.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You just never know. You just never know, man. People be weird. Like people, you know, we are in a world where Joel 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So we know that this world was given into the hands of the wicked, and we know sorcery is a big part of this world, especially America. America is ran off that. When you look into Hollywood, it ran off witchcraft, right? They push that, especially when we were younger. Disney Channel, every time around Halloween, they play these little Halloween movies, Twitches, right? Twitches were T and Tamara. They were witches. It was cool to be one of. It was cool to want to be a witch. Wizards of Waverly Place. I was like, dang, that's cool how they get to do that magic and stuff. I wish I could do that.
Hey, man.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, even with Harry Potter, man, you thought Harry Potter,
No.
you know, Harry Potter's been done with for how long, man? Nigga, excuse my language, but I went to Barnes and Noble last night, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to find some kids books for my daughter and whatnot. We went to Barnes and Noble, bro. Do you know Harry Potter has 2 full sections in Barnes and Noble still, selling magic wands. They got a Lego section. Everything just dedicated to Harry Potter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Harry Potter's been done with for how long?
Man, they got whole movies on Harry Potter. That like Harry Potter big. I never read it, the book or nothing, but Harry Potter is a big thing, bro.
Yeah, if you go to Universal in Orlando, they got a whole section in that theme park for just Harry Potter, man. Rides and everything.
I was looking up something, but yeah, even in sports, you got the Orlando Magic, the Washington Wizards. So they put it in your face and they want you to think, okay, this is, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you have people, these fans, these diehard fans, they come to the games, you know, repping they wizard jersey. Some of them may even had the wizard hat, you know, with the wand. So this is America. America is ran off witchcraft. So that's why you definitely got to keep your spirit covered in prayer. I'm gonna pull something up real quick. I remember when I used to watch this when I was younger. Can y'all see my screen?
Not yet.
They put it right in your face, man, and you wouldn't even think nothing of it. Hold up, fair use too. Fair use. It's short, like 11 seconds. You had all these Disney Channel actors that would do this. Fair use.
Hi, I'm Dove Cameron from Liv and Maddie, and you are watching Disney Channel.
The wand. They put it right in your face. Like it's a wand in her hand, and she's using the wand.
And
So
a
it's
lot
like
of times, man, when they was doing these things, man, you was behind the screen doing the same thing, copying.
Yeah.
You know?
I was copying them, bro. I was doing the same thing they was doing, copying them.
With
Mad.
your cereal in your hand, man.
Freaking madness, man.
You might have your spoon in your hand.
Yeah. Have a spoon or a fork. Wishing I could have did that. Wishing I was able to do that. Madness, man.
And you know, you watching Disney Channel, but you watching a program that's channeling you is all witchcraft, man.
Yeah. Television. Tell lies to your vision. You know. For real, man. Can the brother get Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11 through 12?
Ephesians 6, 11, 12. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right. So we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Right, that's small. We don't wrestle with that. We wrestle against principalities, against powers. So they just show you that it's people or things that have power. They have a type of power, man. This is what we wrestling against. This is a real battle. This ain't no cotton candy and lollipops battle. This is a real battle, man. A battle every single day against rulers of the darkness, not of light. It says of darkness, of this world. Man, it'd probably blow our mind if we was able to see the stuff that went on behind the scenes. Like if we was able to see all the sacrifices that was going on, all the blood drinking, all the kids getting kidnapped. Man, it probably would make you pass out. So much darkness and wickedness going on behind the scenes that's able to for them to have the power that they have. We won't even believe it. Against spiritual wickedness in high places. So this is what we battling with, man. Even when you go to 1 Samuel, can the brother read 1 Samuel 28 and hold up. Can the brother start at 9 and read to 15. See what 15 says. 15.
1 Samuel chapter 28, starting Salakia. Is it 28? Yeah. 1 Samuel chapter 28, starting at verse 9. And the woman said unto him, Behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits, and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die. And Saul sware to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, Why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul. And the king said unto her, Be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of the earth. And he said unto her, What form is he of? And she said, An old man cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle. And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself. And Samuel said to Saul, Why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me. And he answereth me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do.
So that's just, I read this. I want this to be read to show that you have, they have certain type of power to even to talk to people. Like she literally brought Samuel up, from he was dead. Samuel was dead. She did some type of magic to be able to see Samuel, and Saul was able to talk to Samuel, which was dead. So they have certain powers that they able to do those certain things, man. And that's why you see the crystal ball, the crystal globe, and people trying to see the future and things like that, or people talking about reading your palms and telling your future and all these things are real, man. You know, a witch ain't like you see on movies with the green face with the black mold. They got a broomstick and they flying around at nighttime. All night they flying around with doing an evil laugh. No, that's not a witch, man. A witch is somebody that actually. A lot of these witches be having spell books. They have spell books, just like how we have the Bible and we practice the Bible and we read the Bible every single day. These witches have spell books that they go by and they keep and they read every single day. And they be using these spells, man. It's easy now for them to use them on people because a lot of people in this world are going against God. They're not keeping the commandments. A lot of Christians, they're doing this, not keeping the commandments. A lot of Israelites in this truth, they're not being sincere, right? They moving in the flesh, right? They don't know their neighbors themselves.
So lucky they can get you to put spells on yourself. Even with Black Lives Matter, and they pouring out libations, they making you say somebody's name 3 times, they're making you march, right? A lot of times these witches and warlocks, they get these positions of leadership, and you think you're doing something good, but they really got you doing something else. Also, with like NBA YoungBoy, Drake, the Sixth God, all these different people, Travis, I forgot his name, Travis Scott, all these different people, man, they can get you to put curses on yourself because they'll make it a catchy, they'll make a curse into a catchy phrase or a chorus in a song. And now you singing it in your car, you rapping it because it sounds good, but you putting a curse on yourself or curse on your life, and you don't even know it. And they collecting souls just by making music, man. So,
right, man. I was listening to an OG song at the basketball game we just went to, and it was a pretty hype song. But it's the same reason why the artist said that he was gonna stop making hip hop music, right? And it was from a Waka Flocka. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, everybody know Ole Do It. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealing music. He influenced, right? He's literally telling you he's influencing our communities to do drugs, to sell drugs, to make drug dealing music, right? And that's witchcraft in itself. And it sounds bad, but the people listening to it, even though it sounds bad, will do it still because they want to do drug related stuff to that song. You know what I'm saying? And Waka Flocka, he's came out multiple times and said that he didn't like the message that he was giving to our people and destroying his community, so he stopped doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm led to believe, his new line of logic and thinking was what got him in a divorce with Tammy. You know what I'm saying? I think when he switched up, Tammy was like, "Nah, I like the old Flocka better," so she left him. But that's just that's just what I think. But I do think that there's some truth to that because Waka Flocka is not the only person that has came out and said stuff like that. I mean, we all know Kanye said stuff like that too, right? But these folks, they know as well. You know what I'm saying? Some people just accept it and love it. Some people just can't seem to damage their community anymore with this witchcraft in the music.
Yeah, man. And a lot of these rappers, man, and artists are witches. Let's just call it what it is. A lot of these rappers and artists are witches. They are witches, man. They into that witchcraft stuff. They into that. A lot of them have close relationships with witches, and they are called a witch when they finna drop an album. They'll call that witch or warlock over and cast a spell on their album. That's why they be in the studio. It be all dark in there. They be all high on drugs, and they get the witch in there and they cast a spell on their music, and then they music doing sales. Now you wondering why you keep this song keep playing over and over in your head for a week straight. It's like, dang, why this in my head? Now it's appearing in your sleep. You catch yourself humming it. It's like a lot of times these artists be hiring witches to make their song catchy, and a lot of times the catchy songs be the most wicked ones. About dope, drugs, women. You know what I'm saying? Now it's in your head. But this going back 4 years ago, I played both of these clips. This going back 4 years ago, that Travis Scott situation, when he had a concert, and all of a sudden it was real hot. They made it real hot, like they was in hell. Them folks probably felt like they was in hell. But he made it real hot at his concert one time, and then people start passing out and dying. And while they dying, he's on the stage dancing and humming. More likely it was a wicked hymn that he was humming. But fair use is for educational purposes only.
Right, brother probably just got carried away, you know.
Forgot
where I said the brother Travis Scott, if we can call him that, you know, he probably just got carried away, forgot where he was. He was in one of his little enchantment little hymns or whatever. Forgot that, you know, he was at a concert and people was dying, and he probably just kept going, man. He probably blacked out a little bit.
Facts. I done seen Beyonce on stage, and somebody had slowed it down when she was on stage, and she was doing like something. She was twirling her head, like doing some type of. It looked crazy, but they stopped it, and you can see her face change. Like it was like a demon was on her face changed. Like majority of these artists, they be getting these demons hopping on them during their concerts because they feel like they getting praised, and the people are praising them. So that's when they start getting that power from Satan, you know, of them having power. But here go the clip.
Hey, mute it, King. You don't put that. You don't put us all in enchantment, King.
If you're doing the right thing, man, you straight, man. If you within the will of the Father, man, you know, there's no enchantment against Jacob, man. You know what I'm saying? But apparently these people weren't, you know.
See that? But he dying, and he's dancing. Look at it.
You know, any other artist would have, you know, seen all that stuff happening in the crowd. He probably would have stopped the show periodically. You know what I'm saying? But this man, you know, he don't really care. And that's a lot of artists. They don't really care about y'all, man. You know, they there for that check. They there to cause y'all to do that type of stuff, man. Because it makes them feel more powerful. Mm-hmm. It's everything they do on the left-hand side is all for power. You know what I'm saying? They see somebody pass out and die. It's not, hold up, man, stop, everybody. What about stop what y'all doing, man? Let's make sure this person is okay. It's not that. It's more so like I want everybody in that bit to die, you know.
Matter of fact, you just made me think about something, man. I want to find that video I had seen.
They give him a God complex.
Yeah, fast. Let me see if I can find that video real quick. But yeah, man, can the brother read Exodus 22 and 18?
Exodus 22 and verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
So this is in the law, right? In the Torah. The Bible said if you caught somebody being a witch or doing anything that got something to do with sorcery, all type of stuff, you know, casting spells, they will put to death. You wasn't supposed to suffer them to live. So that's why, you know, Saul, he got him out the land. You know, Saul was getting him out the land, but the Bible said, man, they ain't even supposed to live, man. You supposed to kill them. So that's why the Most High is against witchcraft, right? The Most High God is against, you know, people that's calling themselves witches and doing those things. That's against the Most High, because you're going against the Most High. And a lot of people, the Most High look at it as disrespect to it, because some people go to witches for clarification instead of going to the Most High. So those witches become a lot of people gods, man. When the Most High ain't dealing with them, or they can't get an answer right away, they go to these witches.
And also too, you can't suffer a witch to live, man. Even you know, people can repent, but even repented witches and warlocks and wizards, gotta keep your distance away from them too, because at the end of the day, we're not in our glorified bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? All of us are susceptible to sin and to let our emotions take control. And you know, they know a little bit too much, right? Once they've witnessed what they can do in the spiritual realm as far as power goes, they've done a little too much, man, to where you can't really trust them to not, you know, give into their flesh every now and then. If they get mad or jealous or envious or angry, they could be repented, but you know, they might slip back into that, right? That's why I believe it says, you know, suffer a witch not to live, because you know, they know too much at this point. You can't really trust them. So, you know, even if they are repented, you know, I'm not saying go out and kill them, man, but I'm just saying keep your distance and, you know, be weary,
You
right?
gotta think, man. You gotta think, man. When it says suffer or wish not to live, it's because that person, man, they have a certain type of effect or power that can affect a whole lot of people at one time, right? Versus somebody that can, you know, you steal something, man. That's probably you probably still stole something from one person. You know, after you get caught, you get your hand cut off. It is what it is. But when you talking about witchcrafts, man, they like your brother mentioned walking in the hospitals and all this stuff. You know, you get to a point where all this bad stuff keep happening to the community, and nobody knows why. And you finally find out there's a witch. You got to take them out, right? In order for your community to thrive and grow. You know what I'm saying? And so when you say suffer not a wish to live, yeah, you're just killing one person, but at the same time, you're saving a bunch of people because they have the power to put principalities on areas and all of that stuff to where it can affect a whole lot of lives. So one life for a whole lot of lives, man, it just makes sense, first of all. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to wish to get more powerful and more powerful at that as well. So you gotta cut. You know, they got sayings like you gotta get rid of the cancer, right? You know, you gotta do it, man.
And I had seen this. I had seen this short the other day. I think it's an older clip of Young Boy on stage, man. And he was playing one of his songs, and Young Boy music, man. It was one of his aggressive songs, and then all of a sudden you had the it was a fight breakout, and he was on stage. They was on stage telling them chill out, chill out, chill out. But it's like, and then but he was saying that, but the whole time he was smiling. He liked it because he felt some type of power from doing that. It's like you telling people to chill out from the music, and it's you telling them stop fighting, and you're on the stage singing a song that's talking about fighting and killing, and you expect them not to fight. But check this out, fair use. I might mute it because the song kind of crazy, so I'm gonna mute it. It's already muted. But just see how the fans is in the crowd, man, of the in the vibe of the song. Then a fight break out, and they saying chill out, but the whole time look at their face, look at Young Boy, like a demon. So it's like these artists, man, these artists are they into that wicked stuff too, man. Right, a lot of these artists, these mainstream artists that you see every day, that's putting out numbers. A lot of these dudes be on that same type of time of these witches, man. But let me get this real quick. Can the brother read during the time of in Egypt with Moses, right? You had witches back then, right? Pharaoh would call these witches, that these people that did enchantments and things like that, or sorcerers, to try to do certain things. But can the brother read these three?
Exodus 7, verse 11 and 12. Blood. Pharaoh's magicians did so with their enchantments to turn water to blood, but Aaron's rod swallowed theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Exodus 8 and 18. Frogs. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth frogs, but they could not. The frogs came, but the magicians couldn't remove them. Exodus 8 and 19. Gnats, lice. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord said. The magicians couldn't produce gnats, lice.
Can you read this part too, King?
So the Egyptians, witches, magicians, could mimic some initial signs, but couldn't stop or undo the plagues of acknowledging God's power. But Pharaoh's pride prevented him from heeding.
Right. So the witches and magicians, they were able to mimic certain things that was done, but they wasn't able to undo the plagues, because the Most High God is the most powerful of all. They have power, but they only have power that the Most High God allows them to have. So that just shows that right there as an example. And I got this last clip, and I'm gonna close out of this witch right here. I forgot his name, but he be around all the celebrities and stuff, man.
Frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles.
A small creature that can fit in the palm of Drake. You don't know what Drew McNeils, he'd be like, oh man.
To me, this looks a little bit like a frog.
I would absolutely.
The frogs are like, what did I say, plague?
That's right. The rain frogs in Egypt.
Rain frogs.
The rain frogs in Egypt.
He a demon. He's a high level demon. That's right, brother. He's a demon. They in the background clapping. Look at the brother in the background. You see him? See, they glorify this. They think that's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, you know, our people think it, you know, they dumb you down in the world because they show you like low-level magic tricks, and then they show you how they did the magic trick. So now people grow up thinking that all magic is fake, right? So they desensitize you to it, not knowing that there's real magic out there that comes from a demonic entity, right? And you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times, man, all these people in this room, they don't know that they're dealing with somebody that's pretty dangerous in there. If somebody can make frogs come out of their throat, man, they might have the power to stop your heart. They may have the power to give you a sickness, give you some cancer or something, right? They may have the power to do some things, because now when you're clapping and you're praising this person, you're leaving yourself susceptible and you're putting your guard down to where now you're weak, man. So a lot of times it starts from, you know, your youth when they desensitize you with magic tricks and card games. Now, every time you see something weird, you're like, there must be a reason for it. It's fake. You're looking too deep into it. It's fake. He already had them frogs in his mouth. Come on now. But that's what it is, man. Desensitization. Yep. And also, like you said, the people in the pack, they clapping for it because, you know, people just want to be entertained in life, man. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, you might have had Pharaoh or Caesar or Ptolemy or some type of king or a ruler, right? You might have a prince or somebody and they call a gesture, do a magic trick for me. Our people just want to be entertained, man. People of the earth just want to be entertained.
Yep. Just want to be entertained. They don't care what it is. As long as they entertain, that's all that matters.
It tastes like chicken. Hold on, Steph, come here. Is my mouth empty? Look.
Steph in there. Look at Steph. He in there. Drake in there. Dave Chappelle in there.
Hold on, make sure.
Walakia, you know, the other part that's crazy is because they keep saying they mocking the Most High, right? Other part that's crazy is they don't even know that this man is mocking God in front of them. He's literally saying, I can do what God did. That's literally what he's saying, man. And they don't know that that's what he's doing. They don't know that he's mocking God. They just think that he's being funny. But now he's literally trying to tell them, I'm a God myself. That's what he's trying to tell them and convince them. And so, man, you know, there's a lot of wicked people out here, bro, that they want to take the glory away from the Most High. So,
yeah, and you see the cards on the table. He probably was doing some more magic tricks before this one.
Hold on, make sure my mouth is empty. Is my mouth empty? Yeah. Wait. Yeah. You got another frog?
everybody in the room. But yeah, man, that's all I had, man. All praise to the Most High. Definitely got to make sure we stay prayed up in these last days, and definitely make sure that we are saying these prayers. And come up with your own prayers. You can come up with your own prayers that the right. I know some people write them in Hebrew, however, but make sure that you come up, or make sure that you're saying prayers over yourself, man, and over your loved ones. This is a spiritual battle out here, and we can't forget that we in a battle. This is a spiritual battle, and this battle is very much real, and we very much battling against evil demonic spirits, evil demonic people, and higher ups that's casting these spells and doing this witchcraft and putting it in your music and putting it in your food and putting it in your putting it in television for you to watch. So Lord willing, this Sabbath lesson was edifying. Any brother has something they want to say before we close out?
Come, man. I wanted to read a precept in Psalm 69 and verse 22. Psalm 69 and verse 22.
You finna pull it up?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Salakia. Right, the book of Psalms, chapter 69 and verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Right? So even though they make a table of a bunch of potions and a bunch of sorcery against us, man, this could be a prayer that you can pray, that David prayed. Let their table become a snare before them. Even though they're trying to set a snare for us and a trap for us to fall in, let them fall into their own trap, right? Verse 23 says, let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Man, ask the Lord to smite them with blindness, right? Ask the Lord to smite them with hemorrhoids, man, their hernias, right? Ask them that, because a lot of times they try to see certain things and astral project in the spiritual realm and stuff like that. So David said, let their eyes be darkened, help them to not see anything in the spiritual realm, help them not see nothing in the physical realm, right? Stop them from what they're doing, right? 24, pour out thine indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them, right? So a lot of times, man, we have to fight spiritual with spiritual, and we got to pray that the Most High fight a spiritual battle for us, and that he takes his anger out on what they're doing before them. And also we sometimes we can ask that the Most High do it before our eyes, so that we know that he answered our prayers, man. We can see these wicked people go down. But man, mighty lesson, man. Stay prayed up, stay watchful, because your enemy walks around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour.
All praise to the Most High, man. The brother said 2 Corinthians 4:4. I'll pull that up real quick. Thank you, mama. 2 Corinthians 4 NLT. He said, "Oh, my screen ain't sharing."
No.
Let me see. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4 in the NLT. It says, Satan, who is the God of the world, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. Right? So Satan is the God of this world, man. Right? Satan is ruling this world right now. Now we know that the Most High God is really over Satan, but he gave Satan power to rule this world because of our disobedience and wickedness, man. He said, who is the God of this world has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. Right? So there's a lot of people that don't believe, and they're blinded. Right? They're thinking that why people think Christmas is of God. right? That's why people think it's actually the new year. We already in 2026, right? Because people are blinded, right? They blinded. They are unable to see the glorious light of the good news. That's why you have some people that can't understand the news, the good news. They can't get the gospel. They can't understand the curses, right? They can't understand that the promises that was given to Israel. They can't get it. They don't understand this message about the glory of Christ, right? So you have some people who is the exact likeness of God. You have some people don't understand the glory of Christ, right? Some people can't see that He exists, right? So it's a lot of Satan done to blind a lot of people in different ways in this world, man. It's a lot of people blinded, but yeah, all praise to the Most High. But yeah, man, we are brothers, the hopeful elect, and remember, homeless event coming up soon, right? Homeless event coming up soon, man. If y'all want to pull up. If y'all can't, if y'all want to give alms, send the money to the Cash App, or if y'all have any questions, hit our email up, man. Lord willing, we'll get back to y'all right in due time. Y'all have a peaceful Shabbat, and with that, hopeful elect, we say Shalom.
Shalom.